Welcome students to this module of e-learning. I am Dr. Maria A. D'Souza, Assistant Professor, St. Xavier's College, will present this module to the third year students of Botany Semester 6, Course Code BOC 109, Course Title Molecular Biology and Genetic Engineering. The module name Hairy Root Culture and the title of the unit Methods of Gene Transfer. The outline of the module, students, is definition and properties of hairy root culture, the production of hairy root culture in vivo and induction of hairy root culture in vitro, and lastly, the advantages and applications. The learning outcomes. Once the student completes this module, the student will be able to explain what is a hairy root culture and its properties, describe the characteristic features and its advantages and applications. Students, what is this hairy root culture? Hairy root culture is a culture that is produced after the infection of the eggplant by a gram-negative soil bacterium, Agrobacterium rhizogenes. Now students, this bacterium is a soil bacterium. It's a gram-negative bacterium, rod-shaped, and it is mostly found in the soil. Now once this bacterium infects the plants, now at that place, there is a stable integration of the RI plasmid of the Agrobacterium rhizogenes in the plant genome. And once this happens, there is following infection. Okay, and at that junction of the infection, it induces hairy root disease because there's a proliferation of the root at the site of the infection. Now this term, students, hairy root, was first coined by Stewart et al. In the year 1900. And this process takes advantage of naturally occurring hairy root disease in dicotyledons and can be induced in most of the dicotyledonous plants by genetic transformation with Agrobacterium rhizogenes. Now, due to extensive branching of the hairy root cultures show very high growth rate in the absence of growth regulators. Now, the Agrobacterium rhizogenes has a plasmid within them, and that plasmid is called as the RI plasmid. Now, the structure of a RI plasmid, if you see, has a very important region. This region is a very important region, tDNA region, which is responsible for inducing the root hairs or forming the hairy root cultures. Whereas origin of replication is the region which is used for starting when it goes into the plant genome. The start where the replication takes place is this one. There are very important regions, students, also like virulence region, opine catabolism, opine synthesis, cytokinin production, oncogenes, auxin. These also are very important, students. Now, let's see the properties of hairy roots. In case of a hairy root culture, there is a profusion of root hairs. That means the growth rate is very, very fast in cultures because there is a very high degree of lateral branching or extensive branching is seen. For example, starting with an initial inoculum of 2 to 4 milligrams, a hairy root culture of Hyoscyamus muticus grown in batch culture showed, see how much, students, 2,500 to 5,000 fold increase in 3 weeks' time, which is even faster than the fastest growing suspension culture. The second property is that there is absence of geotropism, students. They don't require conditioning of the medium. There is very good genotype and phenotype stability. and they show autotrophy in plant hormones. The sixth property, students, stable and high level of production of secondary metabolites, which is, I will show you in two examples. The hairy root culture of Hyoscyamus muticus grew much faster, I showed you, than the normal roots. And they also produce, in addition to growing fast, tropane alkaloids at the same level as the whole plant or normal root culture. Similarly, there is another examples of Beta vulgaris hairy root culture. There is a 17-day-old culture has shown that twice as much as beta-cynine and as much as 3 times as much as beta-xanthine as the seedling roots. Then if one wants to do the production of hairy roots in vivo, that means in normal conditions, this Agrobacterium rhizogenes, especially the RI plasmid of the Agrobacterium rhizogene, recognizes some signal molecules which are exuded by the wounded plants when the plant cell become wounded. And once this RI plasmid of Agrobacterium recognize them signal molecules, they become attached to it. Now, once attached, the whole plasmid, the bacteria genetically transferred the tDNA region, students, to the plant genome, where once it is transferred, it gets expressed, produces hairy roots, and it proliferates because there are so many regions in that RI plasmid. Cytokinin expression, auxin expression takes place, cell elongation takes place because of that. And it also produces opines. A particular type of unusual type of amino acids are also produced, like these which I have ticked, octopine, agropine, manopine. And these serve as a source of carbon, nitrogen, energy source, okay, once inside the plant genome. This, students, slide shows you induction of hairy root cultures in vitro in the laboratory conditions. X plants are wounded, inoculated with this bacteria, Agrobacterium rhizogenes, and usually 2 to 3 days later, the X plants are transferred onto the solid media with antibiotics. Now, why antibiotics are added, students, is to kill or eliminate the redundant bacteria which we don't want them to grow. Okay. Now, the hairy roots usually are induced within a short period of time. But in some cases, students, it can take little longer. You have seen, it is shown that it can take 1 to 2 weeks or even a month, depending upon different plant substrate or the plant species. Now, the decontaminated hairy roots can be subcultured on phytohormone-free medium and then later can be used. Now, in order to grow these hairy root cultures, you need specific bioreactors. Now, there are various bioreactors which are used: airlift, stirred tank, bubble column, turbine, trickle bed, rotating drum, spin filter. Now, we have seen, studies have shown that Beta vulgaris grows best in a bubble column reactor, whereas Helianthus annus grows well and good production in a stirred biotank reactor. Having said all these, what are the advantages of hairy root cultures? Why we need to do them? The hairy root system is genetically and biosynthetically stable once it is formed. There is very high production of secondary metabolites, students, very important. Their culture can grow under phytohormone-free conditions. Also, they grow very fast, which reduces, very important time, students, where they reduce the culture time and they have ease of handling. They do not require conditioning of the medium. So, these are some of the advantages, students, of using or having a hairy root culture. Hairy root cultures have a lot of applications also, students. They are used in functional analysis of genes. They are used in expression of foreign proteins. As I said, production of secondary metabolites, very important, students. The culture may produce compounds which is not found in untransformed roots. The culture may change the composition of the metabolites. The culture can be used to generate a whole plant itself. So with this, I hope, students, you have understood the importance of using a hairy root culture, why you need to have, what are the advantages, what are the applications of this hairy root culture, where it has been, which is the bacteria which causes it. Agrobacterium rhizogenes. Which part of the bacterium? These are some of the important points, students, that one needs to know when you study about hairy root culture. These are some of the references, students, that for this module. These are some online references. And thank you, students, for a patient hearing.